Hello friends, my name is Willow and welcome back to my channel. Today we are playing Witchy Life Story again and continuing on after the disaster that was the full moon ritual. So I'm very excited to see where this goes, so let's jump right in. You got something for me, buddy? Got a shiny thing for me? One crow treat coming up. This place really does have a lot of crystals. What is it this time? Selenite? Selenite! This crystal always reminds me of the moon. What a lovely shade of white. Definitely using this later. Thanks again, Ramsey. Then let's go to the garden. Oh, of course we need to check our orders first. Oh, Willow, I did it again. I didn't mean to, but I couldn't stop it. I know I need to take it easier. I know I need to balance everything better, but it's so hard. Do you have a potion or anything that could help? I'm so overwhelmed. Best regards, Mel. Alrighty. Yeah, we'll swing it. Yo, Willow, I want to fix my relationship with my crew. I think I'm ready to take responsibility for my actions the other day, instead of beating myself up over them. Maybe an oil or something could help? Thanks, Jonas. Yeah, y'all like my man voice? Anyways. Hey, Willow, I want to figure out how to talk to the Fiddly Nibblies, but they're too strong. I know I need to figure out how to change things between us, but I need to know where to find answers. Do you have an oil for that? Nisha. Ooh, yay! Whoa, big discounts? Yeah, talk about perfect timing. I don't think I'd be able to afford Hamina's antiques otherwise. And there are some items I'm thinking of crafting. I'm not entirely sure yet. I'm still figuring them out, but I'll make sure to tell you what I know. You wonder why Hamina's put everything on sale? Well, maybe she's sick of having her inventory lying around. But we should definitely go check out the sale. Sick. Let's go to the garden first. Just so we can make the spells and then go out to the town once and then not have to go back out after we visit Hamina. Gnome and Froggy, best friends. Come on. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, I don't know what the purpose of the compost is all that much, because I haven't, like, run out of herbs that I need to use, you know? It's just, it seems kind of like extra in case you fuck up, but then it doesn't really let you fuck up. Like, you can't make potions you're not supposed to make. It just simply won't let you mix it. So, I don't know. It's interesting. Let's go ahead and make more compost while we have it. 22! I could have 22 extra herbs. Alright, now let's make the spells. Beautiful. A lot of people were complaining on like Steam reviews that it wasn't obvious how to do this, but there was like a whole tutorial. And then I'm like, once you do it once, you understand it. So I was just confused by those reviews, but regardless. Rosemary, pea flower, and hollyhock. Rosemary, hollyhock, and pea flower. Does it matter the order? And a potion, so that's in that bottle. Easy. We got it. Oh, boundaries. That's lovely. Okay, next one, we've got Jonas. Oop. Jonas needs rose, pea flower, and hollyhock. Okay, so just a different first ingredient. Easy. And then an oil, so that would go in the fancy jar. Nice. Oh, that's also cool. I love that it gives me different shaped jars even though I'm using the same bottle. Anyways, Nisha needs rosemary for sure. Right? Yep. Rosemary, geranium, and allium. Rosemary, allium, geranium. And that's an oil, so that's again the fancy bottle. Ooh, very nice. Okay, then let's go check on everybody in the village. Okay, we'll start with Nisha. I just like to go counterclockwise because I imagine I walk out of my house and go whee and then loop back around. So, Nisha. You approach the art studio and hear what you think is Nisha pacing back and forth. If you're not gonna let me work, I don't know what to do. She must be fighting with the Fiddly Nibblies again. I better get in there. You walk into the studio. Willow, I'm at wit's end. Do you have the spell I asked for? Let me see. Here it is. Divination oil. Perfect. Divination oil. This should let me talk with them, right? Not entirely. Also, I wouldn't recommend trying that again after our last attempt. You do have a close relationship with the Fibbly Nibblies, but that relationship is too strained to confront them directly without an experienced witch. Then what's the point of this oil? I feel like I'm almost there with figuring out this community mural project. Is there any way to figure out what to do without talking directly to the Fibbly Nibblies? Is there a way? Fumigate them. No, it should be something you have experience in doing. You don't want the Fibbly Nibblies to destroy the studio again. Maybe you could figure out what to do, but not at the studio. Safely away from those spiteful spirits. You did sense Nisha's desire for the divination oil from her letter. Is there a form of divination you could do? Oh, that's it! Let's do a tarot reading and see what the cards say. Is this something you can actually do? Of all the forms of divination, it is the one I'm most familiar with, yes. Of course, I'm still learning, but there aren't consequences with tarot readings. Well, at least nothing like spirits wrecking your art studio. Let's try it then. Where do we get a tarot deck, though? Oh, I have one at my place. We can do it there. Yeah, that's probably best. Who knows what the Fibbly Nibblies would try if we did it here. Let's get going then. You and Nisha make your way to your home. It's the first time I've had someone in my house. You and Nisha make your way to your home. Wow, I haven't been here in ages. Still looks the same as I remember it. Yeah, I didn't bother to change anything considering I'm not here for that long. Well, that and I kind of like the place already. I keep my deck on my altar. Let's do the reading there. You and Nisha stand over the altar. First, let's apply the soil. Okay. And then let me shuffle the cards to cleanse them of their old energy. You take the cards in your hand and shuffle them a few times. So, how does this work? First, we need to decide what spread we want. I think a 4-card spread might be best. As I said, I'm still learning, so I like to avoid the more complex ones if that's alright. As long as I get answers. I think of it more as guidance than answers. Let's just get started. You draw 4 cards. Exciting, I love tarot. I got my tarot deck literally right next to me. Okay, let's see what we pull. The first card will tell us the problem we're facing. The second card is the obstacle. The third card is the recommended action to take. And lastly, the fourth card shows the outcome. Sounds straightforward enough. Well, we see if that remains true once we flip the cards. Let's see what the first card is. The Magician. Oh, with some dead nettle. Wow, these cards are beautiful. Did you draw them yourself? No, actually, my gran made this deck for me. Our family's custom is that the head witch gives a tarot deck to their apprentices once they start training. I feel like I could learn a thing or two from your gran. She's an excellent artist. Anyways, what does that card mean? So this is the Magician, depicted by a plant called Dittany of Crete. So just kidding, it's not dead nettle. It looks very similar. Anyways, called Dittany of Crete. This card symbolizes skill, focused energy, and manifestations. Though we're reading this card for a tricky situation, the card probably is telling us there's a lack of these things. I have skills. I don't think the card necessarily means your artistic skill in this case. Just remember, we're asking about what to do with the Fibbly Nibblies. I think in this case the card is saying that maybe you and their energies are out of sync. Somehow you aren't communicating effectively, so you can't harness each other's energy. What do you think? I guess it's figuring out how to communicate then. But we tried that, it didn't work. I wouldn't say it was our best attempt though, so the card is telling us there's something more to do here. Maybe we should go ahead and turn in the next card? What the devil? So our obstacle is the devil. Now this one makes perfect sense. Hang on, this card might not mean what you think it means. But it does mean there's some sort of chaos going on in your life. Perhaps some manipulation and confusion. But I remember when my gran talked to me about this card and why she chose the Sundew to represent it. I was like, it's carnivorous, duh. And she said, yes, that's part of it. But when people first started collecting sundews, they thought they were the most darling plants. And then when they discovered they were carnivorous, someone exclaimed that sundews were then vegetable wickedness. And my gran thought that was hysterical. When you're dealing with the devil, sometimes you need to just laugh at the absurdities of things. Sometimes by not embracing the chaos, you cause more friction. I've been trying to cut them out of my life more recently, more so than I did when I was younger. Even then, it's not like they didn't cause trouble. I liked the fiddly nibblies, but it was exhausting being the weird girl in class. I just wanted to fit in. Did you ever think you were weird? What? No. I always thought I was fine. It was everyone else. I could be myself with the fiddly nibblies. Let's pull the next card. Temperance. So temperance represents the actions you can take. This is interesting. In a good or bad way. Well, it implies something in your life needs healing. And since this reading's regarding the fiddly nibblies and what you should do about them, it might be that the two of you need to do some healing work, which is a step beyond communicating. I tried asking them what they wanted before. I feel like that wasn't the right approach. It might be more of what you both want. Temperance usually means something along the lines of cooperation and finding harmony. The other curious thing is temperance is number 14, while the devil is number 15. So if you can heal your relationship, you might find harmony in the chaos. But how do I heal my relationship with them? You said you used to play with them as a kid, right? Yeah. Have you tried that recently? No, I mean, I'm not a kid anymore. So maybe it's not playing with them like you used to when you were a kid, but somehow it's still including them in your life. You said they were a big source of your creativity, so maybe it's something along the lines of that. Maybe you're right. So what's the outcome? Ooh, the Empress. The outcome is the Empress. What's so funny about that? The Empress is the card of creativity. Uncontrolled creativity at that. It's also a card of nurturing. If there was a card to represent you, I think this would be it. The Empress. I think I could work with that. But what could it imply for being the fiddly nibblies? So it sounds like if you're able to find balance with the fiddly nibblies, you might become even more creative. What I thought was holding me back all my life might be my way forward? That's what the cards seem to say. Of course, this is going to take some work on your end. Yeah, it will. There's not much time either. Well, maybe this festival piece can be the start of something new with the fiddly nibblies. Yeah, maybe it could be. I wish there was some way to at least set us up to work peacefully together. Devin always says you can sort out all your problems over a cup of tea. Tea, huh? That gives you an idea. If only life were that simple. I'm gonna head back to the studio. Maybe I can start to refigure things out there. Sounds good. I'm glad the tarot reading seemed to help. I've never done a reading for anyone else before. It's an exciting experience. Here's to both of us learning new things today. I'll get going though. Thanks again for your help, Willow. You know Kamina has an old teapot in her store. I wonder if we can make something with that. Nisha might not realize it, but Devin is onto something. That's really cute. I love that. I love doing tarot readings for people. It's always a good time. Alright, Devin. I wonder how Devin's meeting with Ruth and Mel went yesterday. They seemed confident enough. You knock on the music studio's door. Willow, I'm so glad you're here. Whoa, did I do something? Yes, you helped me big time. The countdown meditation along with the confidence spell really worked. Ruth and Mel loved the song I composed. Really? That's great to hear. Though I wouldn't give myself too much credit. You're the one who wrote the song after all. Yeah, but without your help, I would have been too nervous about playing it properly, you know? Oh, Devin. You're too sweet. Oh, I love him. I love him so much. Okay. It's true, though. It's true, though. I really don't know what I would have done without you. Or what I'm going to do without you. Hey, yo. Devin, Willow, You go first. No, you. It's just these past weeks have been really great, even with all their ups and downs. I was just about to say the same thing. But let's not focus on the sad stuff yet. We've still got a few days, and then there's the festival. Well, what's left for you to do before the festival? Now that the song got approved, the musicians need to practice. Well, I don't think that'll be too hard, though. They all seem pretty skilled. I also offered to help finalize the lineup and run the stage for the festival. Wow. That sounds like a lot of work. Huh, yeah. But at least it's all backstage stuff. I'm pretty excited, though. It feels really great to bring all the musicians together. I think we're really going to capture the spirit of Florida with our music. Together. It's really great seeing you this excited. Well, we'll see how I feel the day of. I think you're going to be just fine. As an artist, it feels like I should want to be the center of attention. And then there's an expectation that I should constantly be putting myself out there. But it's so exhausting. And then I spend all my time stressing out about I could be working on composing or collaborating with other musicians instead, you know? I don't get why making art never actually feels like it's about making art. Does that even make sense? I think so. Like basically you want to make music without all the other stuff. I just want to study witchcraft with all my family's expectations. Those expectations are made up anyway, and for some reason they all just seem to accept it. None of them seem happy about it either. Yeah, that's it exactly. I was kind of amazed when I was honest with everyone at the full moon ritual. Everyone was just alright with it. I've never had that happen before. Usually I get told if I don't do things exactly this way that I'll never make it. But you know what? I think that's nonsense. Yeah. Let's burn it down. I don't think you need to get in any more trouble right now. You're probably right. We probably need to at least get through the festival first. I should probably be getting back to the music too. Still got lots to do and only a few days left. Yep, let's do our best. What a cutie. I love Devin. This feeling again. This time it's the amethyst. That'd be perfect for Devin's locket. Amethyst has protective qualities and helps quiet the mind. So if they don't have time for a countdown meditation, amethyst could help instead. Let me write this down on my grimoire. Okay, let's take a look at the antiques. Oh, did you get my letter? Does that mean you're here to buy my antiques? I'm sure hope it does. I'm thinking of doing a bit of rebranding after the festival. Maybe something like Jimena's Common Goods. Nothing exciting sold here. Not that I'm not glad you've been a loyal customer during your stay, but I need more than one customer to keep this shop open. That's enough for me. Enjoy the low prices. I think I can buy everything. Yeah. Ooh, shopping spree, achievement. I'll just... Okay, that's done. Easy peasy. I'm so excited to make these things for people. You see Jonas and Caesar at the festival grounds and walk over to them. Hey, Willow. I love the dog. You got that spell I asked for? Let me see. Yep, right here. Forgive oil. You hand Jonas the forgive oil. You can tell he's feeling apprehensive about it. You worried it's gonna backfire? No, actually. I'm just afraid it won't work at all. What if my crew doesn't forgive me? Or even worse, what if they forgive me but I lose my temper again? Then it means using the spell is pointless. Eesh, if Jonas is this worried about the spell, it won't really work. Nothing will work with that attitude. So, we need to figure something else out, don't we? Am I doomed? You can tell a massive freak-out meltdown is imminent. But you really don't want to try anything that can make it worse. Think, Willow, think. Oh, what is that, Caesar? Is something wrong? Oh, Caesar rolls over on his back. I think he wants pets. Good. I think he definitely wants pets. Jonas starts giving Caesar belly scratches. Yeah, who's a good boy? Caesar looks up at you. I think he wants you to pet him too. Give Caesar belly scratches. He's so soft and fluffy. You and Jonas keep petting Caesar. He seems very, very happy. But you realize you feel very, very happy too. You look at Jonas. He also seems very, very happy. Could it be that Caesar sensed both your stress levels rising? Caesar stands up and does a big shake. I guess he's had his fill. I'm feeling more relaxed too. Yeah, me too. Are you ready to give that forgive oil a shot? I still don't feel ready, to be honest. Obviously, I love petting Caesar, but I feel like I need something I can do just to, I don't know, prepare my brain for this stuff. Does that make sense? Totally does. Hang on, let me think. You notice your mind feels clearer now after petting Caesar. Maybe that dog is some sort of familiar. Anyway, Jonas needs something to prepare his mind to use magic, but it sounded like he needs something to break his negative thought patterns. You know, he asked you for magical words before. Maybe words are exactly what he needs. Hey Jonas, have you ever heard of affirmations? I feel like I've heard Mel mention those before. She probably has. They're a pretty common tool witches use to give themselves a quick boost. Are they magical? They're more of a focusing tool, I would say. It's more of a psychology trick. I find them pretty helpful, and they're simple if you want to try them out. Nothing weird will happen? Nope. And we'll only start with using a few, so you don't have to get overwhelmed. Alright then, how do we do these affirmations? Well, first we need to identify what's making you feel anxious. Let's start with maybe 3 key things. One's definitely that I'm not working hard enough to overcome my anger. Second one would be, well, that I'm just a bother to other people, like Mel, Jonas, my crew. Third, if I try to talk to people about how I feel, they'll think I'm weak. Are those good? Yep. Let's start with working to overcome your anger. Okay, so working to overcome your anger, but it's not just anger, right? No, anger is usually the result when everything gets to be too much. And I'm working on that, or at least I have in the past, but I feel like it's not enough. But you are working on it. Yeah, of course. So how about we come up with an affirmation about making progress instead, to help you focus on how you are working on it and making progress. Mel always says progress isn't linear. Well, maybe she's right. So how about each day presents a new chance for growth. Wow, that's really true, isn't it? Yep, see? Just saying it out loud helps, doesn't it? Affirmations are intense. Next, let's do your relationship with friends and family. You're afraid you're too much for people? As if you need too much help? That, and I guess they constantly have to be worrying about me. Not that it's bad to think about other people at all, but I mean more like they have to manage me. I don't want them to feel that way. Do they make you feel that way when you try to tell them how you're feeling? Not usually. I mean, there have been people in the past, but they were also kind of mean. I feel like you need to believe that other people care about you, and that they're listening to you isn't managing you, but showing that they care about you. Yeah, maybe. So how about... people admire and respect me. I am worth it. People admire and respect me. I am worth it. Wow, saying that out loud feels weird even though I know it's true. Then you just need to practice until it doesn't feel weird. Yeah, you're right. And lastly, communication. You're afraid that if you tell people how you're feeling, they'll look down on you? Yeah, like I'd be a terrible leader, or that I can't handle anything in general. Catches people off guard that I get overwhelmed and need time to cool down. I like being around people, but sometimes it can get to be too much. But I also know the only way for people to know that is for me to tell them. I like to believe people are more understanding than I sometimes want to give credit, but there's always that fear, you know? I guess if I tell them and they still don't listen, then maybe it's not my problem anymore, though. I don't know. Let's try an affirmation saying your wants and needs are valid. You're right that some people will respect that, but others won't. But that doesn't change the validity of your wants and needs. How about we go with something like... My needs are valid, communication is a strength. My needs are valid, communication is a strength. Jonah seems taken aback by his own words. You have a good feeling about this affirmation. Yeah, I like that. Great, now we got 3 affirmations. Let's go over them one more time. Every day presents a new chance for growth. Now the second one. People admire and respect me. I am worth it. And lastly, my needs are valid. Communication is a strength. I feel like I could already feel my mindset changing just by saying these 3 affirmations today. Just imagine how they'll make you feel with even more practice. When you feel ready, go ahead and use the forgive oil too if you think you still need the extra push. Thanks a lot, Willow. You know, Mel's always burning candles and stuff when she does her thinking stuff. I wonder if she'd let me borrow one when I'm practicing. But maybe I should just focus on these affirmations first. Candles. What, is it a bad idea or something? No, not at all. It just got me thinking, but it's nothing. Well, I should get going. Of course, make sure to let me know how the affirmations go. Will do. A candle. Pretty sure the shop has an old candle holder. I already bought it. I could probably put something together for Jonas using that. Jean. You walk up to Jean's cafe and see a closed sign on the door. But the lights are on. That's strange. Well, maybe I'll take a quick peek to see if Jean is here. You walk back to the kitchen where you hear someone furiously whisking. You pop your head through the door and see Jean standing over a massive bowl of batter. He looks up at you. You look at Jean. Jean nods his head and gives you a thumbs up. You take that as saying everything is fine. Thank you for the release spell and for eating the madeleines out of the trash. Thank you for the release spell and for eating the madeleines out of the trash. It was highly effective, but now I have a lot of batter to make, in very little time. And while I would love to share my delicious baked goods for my favorite witch in training, okay, maybe that's pushing it, but I need to focus right now. Please come back at a later time. Give a big thumbs up. You leave the cafe with an empty stomach but a full heart. Can't wait to taste even more of the madeleines. I am so glad John's recipe worked out. This feeling again. Jade, the crystal of success and grounding. I could see how that would suit John. Yeah, I'll add that to my grimoire. Okie dokie. Ruth. You approach Ruth's office. I wonder how the memory incense went. It seems like Ruth found the walking meditation helpful too. You knock on the door. Ruth, are you busy? Hello, I'm busy, but that doesn't mean I don't have time for a chat. How are you doing? I came here to ask you that. You seem to be in pretty good spirits. I am. I woke up this morning full of energy. Perhaps our little trip up the mountain helped with that. Have you used the memory incense yet? No, actually. I wanted to practice a bit more of what you taught me the other day. But even so, I think getting everything off my chest over the past couple of days, and then taking a small break from things, it's all left me feeling unexpectedly rejuvenated. It's all left me feeling unexpectedly rejuvenated. I suppose knowing that what I want has given me some motivation. Nisha and I have already been discussing all the places I should visit. And of course, Mel is starting to make post-festival plans too. She never stops, that one. Who knew a young witch could have such a big impact on our village? I do what I do. As you do. Honestly, I was a little worried in the beginning, but I knew Margie had her reasons for sending you. You really think my Gran planned this? Planned might be a strong term, but she probably saw an opportunity. I get the feeling the Gran I know is different from the one you know. That's possibly true. Your family is known for being rather strict. Perhaps Margie saw a bit of herself in you, and wanted you to have the option to go down a different path than the one she took. I don't know what path that is. Well, maybe it's just the one that sent you here. But don't I have to leave? Suddenly you hear footsteps running down the hall. Mayor, we have a Oh, Willow, sorry, am I interrupting? Nope, I think we were just wrapping up. Yeah. Okay, good, because you better come quick. The napkins just got delivered, and they're not the ones I specified. All right, I'm coming. See you later, Willow. Yep. I also got to talk to Meldo, so... This feeling again, is it selenite? Crystal for wisdom and unblocking energy. Yeah, that would be a good addition to Ruth's enchanted besom. Let me take note of it in my grimoire. Alrighty. Mel. Please let me find Mel neither sick or tired. Please let me find Mel neither sick nor tired. You walk into Mel's office, but... Huh? Where's Mel? Oh no, did she not recover? She's supposed to be here. Maybe she just stepped out? I can leave the spell on her desk. Yeah, I'll just put it right... Ah! And that's when you see her. Mel crouched underneath the desk, muttering something to herself. I did it again. I woke up today and told myself I wouldn't do it, but I still did. Another Cosmopolitan ritual? No, I said yes to everyone. I said I would handle everything, and now here I am overwhelmed again. I can't get sick. I need to sleep. The festival preparations won't go well if I don't stay well. Can you go back and just tell everyone no? No! Well, I guess I could. Delegation. That's right, I could delegate. Or rather, redelegate. But I feel so worked up, I can't even think about that. What would I even delegate? Where would I start? Someday you'll find Mel in a sane state again. Unfortunately, it might be too late to use this boundary spell. You'd want to use it before removing your boundaries. Oh no, I messed up your magic again. Oh, that's not what I meant. I just have to push through this again, don't I? But I don't want you to help me with that. This is my responsibility, and my responsibility alone. Oh geez, if you let Mel handle this alone, you know it won't end well. At the same time, using more magic will probably backfire like it did previously. What could help Mel? Nap? No way, Mel would never agree to that. Besides, she couldn't even get to sleep in this state. But then what? Wait, the boundary spell. Maybe it's not too late. We can use it to help Mel redelegate her tasks. But we need to get her into a state where she can think about redelegating. Is everything all right? You're being quiet. And that's when it hits you. Mel, I have an idea. You do? Can we still use the spell? Well, not yet, but we're going to do an envisioning exercise. And then when you feel ready, you can use the boundary spell. Envisioning. Is this some sort of mental exercise? Yep. We are going to envision how you wish things would be. So, like, envisioning myself redelegating tasks? I kind of want to go more general than that. Let's try envisioning your perfect day. We can try to form a day where redelegating isn't an issue. Like having a clear idea of what you might make it easier to happen. Having a clear idea of what you want might make it easier to happen. And then the more focused intention will help the boundary spell too. I see. All right, let's try it. Okay, let's get ourselves into a comfortable seated position. You and Mel take a seat across from each other. Now let's take a deep breath. You close your eyes, you feel your jaw drop, then tension in your forehead falls away. Your shoulders hang loosely with your hands in your lap. Your body both feels light yet grounded. Now, Mel, we're going to walk through a day in your life, okay? Mel nods her head in agreement. It's morning, and you've just woken up. What do? Jean's probably already awake. I can smell coffee, some freshly baked scones coming from the kitchen. Oh, I love that little drawing. I get up, brush my teeth, get dressed, and then sit with him at the table. We talk about what we're doing that day and say when we expect to be home. Jean heads out before me, and I clean up the kitchen before heading to the office. Wonderful. Now let's take another quiet moment. You focus on the ground. You focus on the sounds around you. The murmuring of the conversations in the hallway, the chirping of birds outside the window, the soft summer breeze. For a moment, the world is alive and yet still. Your mind is quiet once again. Great, now tell me about your walk to the office. It's a beautiful day outside. Most days in Florida are beautiful. Kids are playing by the lake. I can hear Jonas and his crew working hard at the festival grounds. I'm glad Jonas moved out here with us. It feels like he's finally found a place he fits in. I look over at your cottage, and I'm happy to see your garden blooming. Finally, things are feeling right again. Before I know it, I've arrived at the town hall to start my day. Very good. Now let's once again take another quiet moment. You focus on the sounds around you. The murmuring of conversations in the hallway, the chirping of birds outside the window, the soft summer breeze, and for a moment the world is alive and yet still. Your mind is quiet once again. Now for your workday. How do you imagine that going? This is supposed to be an ideal situation, right? Yep. Well, I walk into the town hall, our secretary immediately greets me. Then I head up to the mayor's office, and of course, she's already there working. We have a quick morning meeting to discuss what needs to be done in the state of things. Then a few other people join us from various committees. Now, in an ideal setting, we all figure out the best way to approach the tasks at hand. The mayor's hands are already full, so I agree to be the one to come to if any problems should arise. Everyone walks away from our meeting with a clear list of what to get done and who's to do it. I have my tasks, but I'm also available to help if needed. Throughout the day, I get asked a few questions and advice on things, but everyone can do their work. And I trust that they can do their work on their own. Things aren't falling apart if I don't know what's happening all the time. Okay, now for the end of your day. But first, let's take another deep breath. You and Mel take a deep breath. You can feel your breath deep in your lungs. As you exhale, you feel all the tension leaving your body. The end of the day is simple. I stop by the mayor's office to let her know I'm heading out. And then I meet John at his cafe. He gives me whatever he's just baked and a cup of tea. We chit-chat for a little, but he's still working, so I head home. While I wait for Jean, I sit on the couch and do some knitting. Then once he's home, we have a simple dinner, talk a little more, then go to bed. Mel opens her eyes. Not a very exciting ideal day, is it? It seems a lot more relaxed than your days now. Well, that is partly due to the festival, but I do think things could stand to be a bit calmer. And I do believe I have a big part to play in that. There aren't many days left until the festival. Maybe for the rest of the day, I'll make a clear plan for the next few days. And tomorrow, I'll present it to everyone. Perhaps at this point, it's not worth getting nitpicky about small details. And I'll make sure to use the boundary spell. That way I'll be sure to delegate, instead of being a control freak. So you think the envisioning helped? Yeah, I do. It's crazy how easy it is to forget to think and reflect sometimes. I wish I had something that could give me the time. Give you the time? The hourglass? Could I make something like that? I guess it's better late than never, but I feel like I've taken up too much of your time. I should let you get going. I'm just glad I could help. I hope your planning goes well. Thanks. Could I make something for Mel that could give her the time? You know, Humina's shop has that old hourglass. I wonder if I could put something together with that. And I can. Let's go home. I want to check out if I can make anything yet. Okay, so I guess... So I have those for everybody. Oh, no I don't. I'm sure they'll tell me, so I'm kidding. I can't do this now. Okay. Let's pick a new outfit, shall we? I'm gonna pick the hat first. And then we'll... Let's do a flower crown. I don't need glasses. We'll keep celestial earrings because I love them. Oh, that's adorable. Sick. Got it. Alrighty then. Then I guess that's the end of the day. I'm friends with Ruth! Exciting. Cute. Alrighty, let's end the day. Lovely. So pretty. Hey, Ramsey, I wanted to talk a little more about the idea I had mentioned yesterday. Hey, Ramsey, I want to talk a little more about that idea I mentioned yesterday. You know how I've had those strange feelings after talking to folks, like sensing colors and stuff? Well, I was thinking about crafting some enchanted items, incorporating what I've been sensing. You know, to help them even after we've left. Do you think that's a good idea? What? That's what good witches do, right? I'm not trying to assert my magical skills at all. I just want to help, for real. Yeah, I've already got some idea on what to craft. I think I've been thinking about it for a while now, but only just realized it. But I wanted to see if it was actually a good idea first. Thanks, Ramsey. Let's enchant some items. Time to write these ideas down in my grimoire. Alright, that's gonna do it for this episode of Witchy Life Story. I am so excited to start crafting these items for the townsfolk. It's gonna be so cute, and I know it's gonna turn out great. So, I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!